Good morning, all of the judges, ladies and gentlemen. Let me introduce myself. My name is Kezia and I'm from Tuban. It's an honor for me to deliver my speech entitled Cultural Nationalism. But first of all, I'd like to thank God for His blessings for us all to be here today, all well and healthy. Ladies and gentlemen, have you ever perhaps heard someone speaking a language you haven't heard of yet and thought, wow, that's pretty interesting? Well, you see, they only exist in this country we're in and not in any other countries. Some might think that it's not that important to get to know, but I want my audience to understand that nationalism is indeed important. And I'd like to talk specifically about cultural nationalism. Nationalism is an idea and movement that promotes the interests of a particular nation, especially with the aim of gaining and maintaining the nation's sovereignty over its homeland. There are many types of nationalism, and cultural nationalism is one of them. Ladies and gentlemen, cultural nationalism is a form of nationalism in which the nation is defined by a shared culture. It is an intermediate position between civic nationalism and ethnic nationalism. Therefore, it focuses on the shared heritage, as in language, history, ideology, religion, land, or monuments, but not on the concepts of common ancestry or race. A shared heritage not only reminds us of our collective identity and cultural diversity, it also nurtures social belonging and promotes economies amongst local communities. In helping shape our identity, our cultural heritage becomes part of what we are. It highlights our values and priorities. Ladies and gentlemen, there are many reasons as to why we must share our cultures. For example, other people will be inspired to connect to their culture. Understanding also means appreciating. When we understand something, we value that thing, and thus, we will try to protect it while also trying to learn more about it. And learning more about it can help us understand how we become who we are now. It is also common for cultural heritage to be destroyed. So, we must never let that happen to our cultures. But how exactly do we share our cultural heritages, you may ask? Well, sharing your cultures doesn't mean giving away tangible items that remind you of your native country. Cultural traditions can be shared through storytelling, music, dances, or art. You can also teach a class about a traditional dance style of your country, or volunteer to teach a language at a local school. Sharing your experiences by writing an article for a local paper, magazine, or blog is another great way to do it. In conclusion, cultural nationalism is a form of nationalism in which the nation is defined by a shared culture. Cultural heritages can be shared through storytelling, music, dances, or art. Teaching a class about it or writing an article about it can do the job as well. We must share our cultural heritages in order for them not to be forgotten, and furthermore, helping us know ourselves better and view the world differently. I hope that my speech will be beneficial for us all to understand more about cultural nationalism. That is all, and I'm sorry if I had, by any chance, made any mistakes while delivering it. And lastly, thank you for your attention and good morning.